Plus, did you know that if you and your spouse talk about finances more than once a week, argue about it, you're 30% more likely to get a divorce? And that's not all. The shocking study coming up next with Courtney Friel.
Yep, and she is shocked by the study.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve. If you're married, soon to be married, or even thinking about getting married, you might want to listen up. A new report shows there are at least 15 ways to predict whether or not your happily ever after could end in divorce.
Yeah, Courtney Friel joins us, and Gretchen, we just discovered in the green room that we're coming up on Courtney's 5th anniversary,
it's kind of
so it's a perfect time to talk about divorce.
It's kind of ironic. I was assigned this story when tomorrow is my 5-year anniversary, so pat on the back. But yeah, a bunch of researchers studied these divorce demographics, and some were kind of controversial and some were obvious. So here are the ones that we like. Did you know that if you live in a red state, you're 27% more likely to get divorced than if you live in a blue state? That's because in red states, people tend to get married younger, and of course, it's a riskier marriage when you get married younger. And the states with the lowest median age at marriage are Utah, Kentucky, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. So watch out if you live there. Okay, next, you know, financial problems are always tough in a marriage. So if you argue with your spouse about finances once a week, your marriage is 30% more likely to end in divorce than if you argue about it less frequently. And then if you guys smoke, I don't know if you smoke, if there's only one partner in the marriage that's a smoker, you're 75% to 91% more likely to divorce because you don't have the same, you know, values and goals.
And you can never drive with them. The windows always got to be open. They smell like smoke, or if you just quit. But 91%, why even bother? If one is smoking, they should just call it off if you're engaged.
This next one is going to be upsetting to cougars,
to
all
women.
That's
right.
World.
If you're a woman 2 or more years older than your husband, your marriage is 53% more likely to end in divorce than if he was 1 year younger or 3 years older. That's because the age difference can create sexual discord and disagreements.
Huh?
Yep.
Like generations.
How do they know? Well, anyway.
They've studied it. And actually, we did talk to a psychotherapist yesterday, Jonathan Alpert, about his reaction, if we want to play his sound on this.
All right. We do.
Always going to see articles, 15 ways to save your marriage, 15 signs that your marriage is in trouble. It's going to change with the times, but the bottom line is you need to communicate, you need to share similar values, beliefs, and goals, and that's really, in a very abbreviated way, the secret to a healthy relationship.
And Jonathan's also available for counseling here in New York.
But one quick one about whether or not your parents were divorced. How does that affect you?
That's right. You have a 40% higher chance of getting a divorce if your parents were divorced, because apparently they didn't set the best example on commitment.
Well, what if your parent was divorced, you live in a red state, you smoke, your spouse doesn't?
You're doomed.
Should you just
it's
call
crazy. You know what?
a
There was
lawyer?
nothing about affairs in there. Then there were all these reasons, like if you have a girl, you have a higher chance of getting divorced over if you have a boy. Obviously, if you have twins or multiples over one child, you got to read the article.
All right, this is what we want you to do. Friends at FoxNews.com. Tell us if you buy into any of this, and tell us if your marriage is working or didn't work, and if one of those reasons actually applied to you.
All right, Courtney, thank you very much, and congratulations on 5.
Yay.
Here's to 5 more.
And that's 20 in Hollywood.
I thought you were going to say in dog years.